Next on BGSU Brain Game, it is Defiance versus North Baltimore. We better get ready for some cranial kung fu. Only one team can leave victorious. Who's it going to be? Only one way to find out. BGSU's Brain Game starts right now. And welcome to BGSU Brain Game. Let's take a look at our team's starting lineup for Defiance. Led by Coach Kerr. In slot number 1, we have George, a sophomore. In slot number 2, we have Andrew, a senior. And in slot number 3, we have Juan, also a senior. And now for North Baltimore, led by Coach Matthias. We have in slot number 1, Jesse, a senior. Noah, a sophomore, in slot number 2. And in slot number 3, we have a sophomore, Daniel. All right, we're going to start things off as we always do with our toss-up round. In this round, all questions are worth 10 points. No deduction for an incorrect answer in this one, so you can play a little bit looser on the buzzer. You can confer before buzzing in, not after. You can steal, I repeat, you can steal a question in this round. All right, Defiance, North Baltimore, are you ready? Here we go. Born in West Branch, Iowa, which U.S. president was the first U.S. president born west of the Mississippi River in 1874? He won the U.S. presidential election in 1928. That would be North Baltimore. Noah.
Harding.
Incorrect. Defiance, you have a chance to steal. That would be George.
Herbert Hoover.
Herbert Hoover, correct. What is the name for the study of earthquakes? That would be Defiance. Juan.
Seismology.
Seismology is correct. This is the study of mathematical structures that are countable or otherwise distinct and separable. That would be North Baltimore. Noah.
Phyla.
Incorrect. Defiance, chance to steal. That would be Andrew.
Arithmetic.
Incorrect. We needed discrete mathematics there. Discrete. Next question. Scuba, Holmes, and Roy G. Biv are all examples of this type of, that would be Defiance. Juan.
Acronym?
Acronym, yes, correct. Identify the French landmark that was the tallest building in the world until 1930. That would be Defiance. George.
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower is correct. Multiple choice question. This oxygen therapy may be used to treat a number of conditions, but is primarily associated with decompression sickness in deep sea divers. What is this therapy called? Is it A, liquid oxygen therapy, B, hyperbaric therapy, or C, oxygen concentrate? That would be Defiance. Juan.
B.
B, hyperbaric is correct. Soon after this country declared its independence from Spain, Auguste Iturbide declared himself emperor. Identify this, that would be North Baltimore. Noah.
Mexico.
Mexico is correct. Of the states whose names contain the words North and South, which two were admitted to the Union as part of the original 13? That would be North Baltimore. Noah.
West Virginia.
Incorrect. That would be Defiance. George.
North and South Carolina.
Correct. North and South Carolina is what we needed. Lightweight, transparent, and thermoplastic. This resin is utilized for aircraft canopies and lenses, among other things. It begins with the letter P. That would be North Baltimore. Daniel.
Polyethylene.
Incorrect. Defiance would like to steal. That would be Juan.
Parachute.
Incorrect. Plexiglass. Plexiglass is what we needed there. Juggernaut is the term for any literal or metaphorical force or object that crushes everything in its path. Spell juggernaut. That would be North Baltimore. Daniel.
Juggerant.
Incorrect. Defiance, chance to steal. That would be Andrew.
Juggernaut.
Correct. Forgot the U there. All right, that is all 10 questions in this round. Let's take a look at our score. We have North Baltimore with 10 and Defiance currently in the lead with 70. We're just getting started here at BGSU Brain Game. Stick around. The risk and reward round is coming up next. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. North Baltimore 10, Defiance at 70. Before we get to our next round, I would like to welcome a new player to our game for North Baltimore. In slot number 3, we have Caleb, and Caleb is a junior. Welcome to you, and welcome to all of our returning players from the last round. This is our risk and reward round. In this round, both teams, you're going to get the same 10 questions. The first 9 questions are 10 points apiece with no deduction for an incorrect answer. The 10th question is the risk and reward question. We will give you a topic. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments based upon that topic. A correct answer gets you those bonus points. An incorrect answer, well, I'm sorry, you're going to lose some points. If you don't like the topic though, no worries. You can just say pass and head out with your 9 questions in your back pocket. All right, North Baltimore, you have 10 points. Defiance 70, meaning Defiance will stick around. North Baltimore, you are off to isolation. All right, Defiance, are you ready for your risk and reward round? Starts right now. Here we go. This is a multiple choice question. The International Space Station may be the largest cooperative scientific project in history. How many nations cooperate in the International Space Station? Is it A, 12, B, 15, or C, 8? That would be Andrew.
15.
15 is correct. To the nearest 10th, 1 square mile is equal to how many kilometers? 1 mile, excuse me. To the nearest 10th, 1 mile is equal to how many kilometers? That would be Andrew.
1.1.
Incorrect, 1.6. In Alfred Lloyd Tennyson's poem, Crossing the Bar, the speaker states, quote, sunset and evening star, and one clear call for me, and may there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea. For what event is the poem and its title a metaphor? That will be Juan.
Death.
Death indeed. George Washington's home, Mount Vernon, is located along what river? That would be George.
East.
Incorrect. The Potomac. As of 2023, who are Ohio's 2 senators? That would be Juan.
Majerski and then Captor.
Incorrect. Sherrod Brown and J.D. Vance. True or false? The national bird of Canada is the blue jay. That would be Andrew.
False.
False is correct. It's the gray jay, the gray jay. Which African ecoregion that extends from the Red Sea in the east to the Atlantic Ocean in the west is bordered by the Atlas Mountains to its north? That would be George.
The Sahara Desert.
Sahara is correct. True or false again? The 3 races that constitute the Triple Crown of horse racing in the United States are the Preakness, Breeders' Cup, and the Kentucky Derby. In time? In time, that would be Andrew.
True.
It is false. It's the Preakness, the Belmont Stakes, and Kentucky Derby. A biologist is studying creatures classified as aves. What creature is she learning about? That would be Andrew.
Birds.
They are indeed birds. Risk and reward time. The topic is the Bible. Risk and reward. What are you thinking? Up to 30 points in 5-point increments, or you can pass.
We'd like to go 15.
15 points on the Bible for Defiance. Here is the question for 15 points. Who is the oldest person chronicled in the Bible? That would be George.
Methuselah.
Methuselah is correct, plus 15 to Defiance, and that is the end of the risk and reward round for you. It is now time for you to head off to isolation. All right, let's bring back in North Baltimore. Welcome back. Hopefully isolation treated you well. North Baltimore, are you ready for the risk and reward round? Okay, starts right now. Multiple choice question to start things off. The International Space Station may be the largest cooperative scientific project in history. How many nations cooperate in the International Space Station? Is it A, 12, B, 15, or C, 8? That would be Noah.
8.
Incorrect. It is 15. To the nearest tenth, 1 mile is equal to how many kilometers? Time, 1.6. In Alfred Lloyd Tennyson's poem, Crossing the Bar, the speaker states, sunset and evening star, and one clear call for me. And may there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea. For what event is the poem and its title a metaphor? That would be Noah.
Titanic.
Incorrect. Death. George Washington's home, Mount Vernon, is located along what river? That would be the Potomac. As of 2023, who are Ohio's 2 senators? That would be Noah.
Sherrod Brown and J.D. Vance.
Correct. True or false, the national bird of Canada is the blue jay? That would be Noah.
Yes.
Incorrect. It is the gray jay. Which African ecoregion that extends from the Red Sea in the east to Atlantic Ocean in the west is bordered by the Atlas Mountains to its north? Go ahead, Noah.
Sahara.
Sahara is correct. True or false, the 3 races that constitute the Triple Crown of horse racing in the United States are the Preakness, Breeders' Cup, and the Kentucky Derby? That would be Noah.
True.
That is false. It's the Preakness, Belmont Stakes, and the Kentucky Derby. A biologist is studying creatures classified as aves. What creatures is she learning about? That would be Noah.
Birds.
Birds is correct. Risk and reward time. The topic is the Bible. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments on this topic, or you can pass. What do you guys think?
15 points.
15 points on the Bible. All right. Who is the oldest person chronicled in the Bible? That would be Noah.
Abraham.
Incorrect. Methuselah is what we needed there. Unfortunately, negative 15 points for you, and that is the end of the risk and reward round for you. It is now time to clear our scores, and let's bring back in Defiance. Welcome back to you, Defiance. Let's see where our 2 teams stand against each other. North Baltimore has 25 points. Defiance stands at 135 points, but we're just getting started here, folks. We're just warming up. Our category round is coming up next, where questions are worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points, and deductions start. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU's Brain Game. North Baltimore 25, Defiance 135 points. Both teams have elected to stay with the lineup from the last round, so we're going to move right into our category round. In this round, there are 6 categories to choose from, questions ranging from 10, 15, 20, 25 to 30 points. Deductions do start now, so if you go for 20, you are risking 20 points. You may confer before buzzing in, not after. That's a no-no, and you can steal a question in this round. There is one double or nothing question hiding somewhere in there. Could be a game changer. We'll find out. North Baltimore, you're at 25. You get to make the first selection.
U.S. history for 10.
U.S. history for 10 points. Identify the following places, people, dates, ideas, or things associated with the history of the United States. War in which the United States acquired Puerto Rico. That would be North Baltimore. Noah.
Spanish-American War.
Correct. North Baltimore in control.
U.S. history for 30.
U.S. history now for 30 points. Florida city named for the 7th President of the United States. That would be North Baltimore. Noah.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville is correct. North Baltimore in control, making a move.
U.S. history for 25.
U.S. history for 25 points. Year the U.S. purchased Louisiana from France. That would be North Baltimore. Noah.
1849.
Incorrect. Defiance, chance to steal. That would be George.
1803.
1803 is correct. Defiance takes the steal and control.
Germany for 20, please.
Germany for 20 points. What country borders Germany to the north? That will be Defiance. George.
Denmark.
Denmark is correct. Defiance still in control.
Germany for 15.
Germany for 15 points. What is the most populous city in Germany? That would be North Baltimore. Noah.
Frankfurt.
Incorrect. Defiance, chance to steal. That would be George.
Berlin.
Incorrect. Hamburg is the most populous. Let's see. Defiance still in control.
Germany for 10, please.
Germany for 10 points. What basic monetary unit is used in Germany? That would be Defiance. George.
The euro.
The euro is correct. Part of the European Union. Defiance in control.
Begins with CU for 10.
Begins with CU for 10 points. Identify each of the following vocabulary words that begin with the letters CU. Visual cue on a computer screen. That would be Defiance. Juan. Time. North Baltimore, chance to steal. They're saying no to that. It is a cursor. That's what we were looking for. Cursor. Defiance in control.
U.S. history for 15.
U.S. history for 15 points. President under whose leadership the space shuttles were retired. That would be North Baltimore. Noah.
George Bush.
Incorrect. Defiance, chance to steal. Time. Barack Obama. Barack Obama. Let's see. Defiance in control.
Busy bees for 10.
Busy bees for 10 points. What name is given to the males in the hive? That would be Defiance. George.
Drone.
They are indeed drones. Defiance in control.
Busy bees for 15.
Busy bees for 15 points. How many wings does a bee have? That would be North Baltimore. Noah.
4.
4 is correct. North Baltimore takes control.
Sports nicknames for 30.
Sports nicknames for 30 points. I will give you the professional sports league and city or state. You are to give the nickname for that team. Example, if I say NFL Cleveland, your answer would be the Browns. Okay? Here we go. NHL, St. Louis. St. Louis Blues. North Baltimore, though, you're still in control.
Sports nicknames for 25.
Sports nicknames for 25. MLB, San Diego. That would be North Baltimore. Caleb.
Padres.
Padres is correct. North Baltimore in control.
Sports nicknames for 20.
Sports nicknames for 20 points. NFL, Tennessee. That would be North Baltimore. Caleb.
Titans.
Titans is correct. North Baltimore in control,
Sports
making a
nicknames
move.
for 15.
Say again.
Sports nicknames for 15.
Sports nicknames for 15. NBA, Miami. That would be North Baltimore. Caleb.
Heat.
Indeed correct. North Baltimore in control.
Sports nicknames for 10.
Sports nicknames now for 10 points. NFL, Philadelphia. That would be North Baltimore. Caleb.
Eagles.
They are indeed the Eagles. North Baltimore in
U.S.
control.
history for 20.
I'm sorry?
U.S. history for 20.
Only person to have served as vice president and president of the, that would be North Baltimore. Noah.
Gerald Ford.
Gerald Ford, without ever having been elected. North Baltimore in control.
Germany for 30.
Germany now for 30 points. In how many federal states is the country divided? In time? Not in time. 16 is what we were looking for there. North Baltimore still in control.
Germany for 25.
Germany now for 25 points. What animal is found on Germany's coat of arms? That would be North Baltimore. Noah.
Boar.
Incorrect. Coat of arms. Defiance, chance to steal. That would be George.
Eagle.
Eagle is correct. Defiance takes control, but that's the end of the round. Let's take a look at our score. We have North Baltimore at 90, and currently in the lead is Defiance with 200, but we still have one more round to go, and it's the brainstorm round where questions are worth 20 points apiece, negative 20 points. Stay tuned. Welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. We are getting ready for our final round. Before we do that, though, let's welcome a new player to North Baltimore in slot number 2. It's Daniel. Daniel, welcome to the team. And all of our other players that are returning, welcome back to you from the last round. All right, this is our brainstorm round, AKA all the marbles. This round, timed round, questions are 20 points apiece, negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in, but no stealing. I repeat, no stealing in this round. It is a race to the finish. North Baltimore, Defiance, are you ready? Brainstorm starts right now. Logical maxim stating that the simpler explanations of phenomena are to be preferred. Time. They call that Occam's razor. When it comes to computers, how many bits are in a byte? That would be Defiance. Juan.
1,000.
Incorrect. 8. Name the Greek goddess of beauty and love. That would be North Baltimore. Daniel.
Aphrodite.
Aphrodite is correct. The Wright brothers' first flight occurred in what year? Time, 1903. What is 24 squared? That would be North Baltimore. Daniel.
284.
Incorrect. 576. 1.5 gallons equals how many quarts? That would be North Baltimore. Daniel.
6.
6 is correct. Identify the force or effect that results in the wind shift to the right in the northern hemisphere and to the left in the southern hemisphere. That would be Defiance. George.
The Coriolis effect.
That is indeed the Coriolis effect. With which genre of dance are the terms chassé, glissade, and pas de deux most closely associated? That would be North Baltimore. Caleb.
Ballet.
Ballet is correct. We all use USB cables and ports on our computers. What does USB stand for? Time. Universal Serial Bus. In what city would you find the Guggenheim Museum? Time, New York City. Scientific unit of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water 1 degree Celsius. That would be Defiance. Andrew.
Specific heat.
Incorrect. A calorie. What is the capital of Barbados? That would be Defiance. George.
Bridgetown.
Bridgetown is correct. What is the name for the study of human behavior on an individual level? That would be North Baltimore. Jesse.
Psychology.
Psychology is correct. What do you call a large enclosure for housing many birds? That would be North Baltimore. Jesse.
Aviary.
Aviary is correct. Besides the St. Louis Cardinals and the Baltimore Orioles, name the other major league. End of round. Did you get in time? Not in time. End of round. Let's take a look at our score. We have North Baltimore with 170 and Defiance with 200 points. Let's give both these teams a big round of applause. In the spirit of good sportsmanship, let's come out, meet in the middle, shake hands, and we'll see you at the next BGSU Brain Game.